For those of you who do not know, there was a real-life Dracula just as bloodthirsty and cruel and murderous as the fictional character Dracula. His name was Vlad III Dracula, or better known as Vlad the Impaler. His vicious ways would gain him notoriety throughout 15th century Europe. If you're not familiar with what impaling is, it's a pole run up the vagina or the anus, round, not sharp, as to not puncture any of the vital organs. It would then come out the mouth, neck, or the shoulders. It would take days sometimes for those to die. Our story starts out in Wallachia, Transylvania, at the base of the Transylvania Alps in the Bran Castle. There, Vlad II Dracul, along with his wife and 4 boys, resided. The second son, born into the Order of the Dragon, created by the Holy Roman Empire of Sigismund for the defense of the Christian Europe against the Ottoman Empire, was named Vlad III Dracula. Dracula simply means son of Dracul. Not far from Wallachia was the Saxon village called Moldavia, where the Romanian Germans resided. The Saxons and the Draculs didn't normally get along, but the children could often be found playing with one another. There was a young Saxon girl named Ingeborgstad Feising, and she had taken a liking to young Dracula. Before long, they would become inseparable. It was only after the two were caught sleeping with one another that Vlad decided to take matters into his own hands. So he sent young Dracula and his younger brother away to live at the court Ottoman of Sultan Murad II. Vlad II would go on to become Wallachia's Voivode in 1446. A Voivode is merely nothing more than a warlord. It was only after Dracula had become a man that he was allowed to come home, only to find his father had been beheaded in the swamplands and his brother beaten, blinded, and buried alive by the nobles of Wallachia. It was at that time Dracula would spend all of his energy torturing and murdering all enemies that might get in the way of his becoming Voivode. And in 1448, that's exactly what he would accomplish. Dracula resided with his wife, cousin to the Hungarian king, and his 3 boys. Even still, he felt alone. They were often away with their mother or at school, and Justine, he just had nothing in common with her whatsoever. They were practically on opposite sides. So many nights he entertained the thought of death. So it was to be torture and cruelty that he could depend upon to be victorious over his enemies. His first rule over Wallachia as Voivode only lasted 2 months, and he would spend 8 years trying to get it back. During this time, he would become a relentless, murdering machine that he believed necessary to achieve what he set out to get.